Glenn Youngkin, the Republican who won in Virginia, the New York Times, CNN, Yahoo News. Eric Bollert has a piece about this today over at pressrun.media. It's titled "Republicans, the Press, and the, quote, Education Charade." And he points out that in every single one of these media stories about Glenn Youngkin winning says that he won because of education. Yet, Glenn Youngkin never proposed any education policies. None. Zero. So what was the education he was talking about? Critical race theory, which he was lying about. Glenn Youngkin spent the campaign lying to the citizens of Virginia, saying they're teaching your children critical race theory, which is not true. It's a lie. They teach critical race theory in law school, not in elementary school or not in public schools, number one. And number, it was really just meta two. It was really just code for they're teaching the history of black people. Oh my God. And by the way, now the Beltway press is saying, well, Glenn Youngkin won because people were sick and tired of schools being closed. Well, schools were back open when this election happened. The schools were closed back during the Trump time. The schools pretty much opened when Joe Biden came into office, when we started getting vaccine for teachers and things. Obviously it was after the school year in September. But this election was in November. CNN held up Youngkin as a new breed of education Republican, but couldn't point to a single serious education initiative he had championed. A new CNN poll, this is Glenn's writing, new CNN poll this week shows just 3% of Americans select education as the most important issue in the country. The economy, 26%. This is crazy. And they're continuing to pitch this, that, the Republicans are riding the education wave. No, they're not. They're riding the racism wave. Why isn't anybody just saying it? Glenn Youngkin campaigned in Virginia on racism, and he won. The majority of white women voted for him. The majority of white men voted for him, as is usually the case with Republicans. It was all about race. Why is our media so reluctant to simply tell the truth? Why do they have to twist themselves into pretzels to come up with narratives that make it look like Republicans are not racists or are not campaigning on white supremacy? Why? I don't get it.